going to introduce Robert Everson. So Robert is a reliability, it's a mouthful, software engineer at Lyft, and his parents farm in Northern California, I think, have awesome animals. So I like to see those photos, Robert. So that's pretty cool stuff. So I wanted you to unmute yourself, introduce yourself, and and tell us about when can we start using ARM on Flyte, and how far are you, and give us a little bit of update about the current status.
Yeah, hi. Robert Everson, like I said, work at Lyft. I've worked there 2.5 years now, working on Airflow, Flyte, Hive, Trino, Druid, and a lot of other data tools, trying to keep them reliable and running on Kubernetes. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't have a demo, but lately we've been working on moving all of our workflows and our tasks to run on ARM instances to save on cost and to kind of move on to kind of the next generation compute. And so we've added the architecture flag into the Flyte kit and Flyte plugins to allow us to switch back and forth between various architecture types. This is helping us move kind of one task at a time, so we don't have to do just a giant big bang upgrade. Make sure every workflow can run on ARM, and then add ARM nodes to the mix. And just the luck of the draw depends on which node you get on. So we can certainly target specific workloads to run on ARM. Yeah, so it's been going great. We haven't open sourced the work yet. It is up in the open source repos, just on some various Lyft specific branches. But we will start working on that probably this month to start open sourcing that and getting it up so that others can use the architecture changes and save money and use the new architecture flags.
Fantastic. Any questions from the people attending here for Robert? I think everybody's probably like myself excited to see when we can use ARM. Keithan?
I can add one thing. I think this is just amazing work, Robert. And I don't know if everybody's thought, but like the cost benefit ratio of using an ARM machine versus an Intel machine is almost 1/2 or even lower in terms of savings. And I'm talking about just on demand and preserved and spot instances. It's just amazing. There are many workloads that are getting, because of M1 and because of all of the work that Amazon has been pushing. There's a lot of libraries within the data science ecosystem, even in Python, that are getting ported to ARM. And other languages actually directly support ARM. So I'm really excited to see this, because from our experience, we know the Flyte eventually ends up being one of the most expensive services within the company. That's because it just scales to that level and volume. This can really reduce the cost for many operations. And you can choose it. The work that Robert's done, you can choose it depending on your workload. You can say like, hey, this is lower priority, or I don't care about the time, but I care about the cost. You can just turn it on. So fantastic. Thank you, Robert.